Well, the first round of playoffs is over in record time with Zven and his team crushing 100 Thieves in a 3-0 series. Of course, coverage is brought to you by Alienware for this interview. Zven, first off, I see you growing some facial hair. Did this start during quarantine?
Yes, that's where it started. I was like, I'm not gonna show it because I'm not gonna be on camera, but here we are.
And
But
here we are, yeah.
yeah, I was like, I'll see what happens, and then fuck it, I'll just see where it is in like a month or two, and then if it looks okay, I'll keep it. If not, I'll just right now I'm not a big fan of it so far, but I'm hoping it
It
gets
fills
better when
in.
I'm
Yeah,
like a month
that's what I
from
could
yeah.
tell you is that whenever I was growing my beard, the first 3 months or 3 weeks of it, maybe even a month, everyone was telling me it was awful and I needed to get rid of it, and Double Lift was in particular very critical of it, and I kept it, and it fills in and it looks great. Anyway, let's talk about League of Legends. So that did not seem like much of a challenge for you guys. I'm very curious if some of the picks that you were choosing continue to be picks that you guys are choosing simply because you feel like you're not going to need to show your strongest lineup.
Yeah, I mean, at times we're like, yeah, if they keep giving us like in game one and two, they give us affiliates and one, we're like, yeah, sure, we'll take one affiliates again. We're good as champions. We don't pick anything else. We don't have to hide anything. I'm not to like show anything, sorry. So yeah, it's kind of nice to be able to hide picks while also playing champs that are really good. So I think they gave us a lot of good picks for no reason, and they picked a lot of, I wouldn't say weird stuff, but like the clock ball in second game, I thought that was really useless. So not sure what their point that was, but yeah, I think drafts were pretty easy in these games.
Well, you continue to dominate. Do you think that there's at any given point in time a series in which you guys will go to 4 or 5 games, or do you think it's going to continue to be pretty easy?
I mean, I knew that we were gonna be better than the last 2 weeks of the LCS because we were like experimenting with some. That was a weird shit, but we were trying out different stuff, flexing our muscles a little bit here and there, and trying to be better at different things in LCS. So I knew we were gonna be better than anyone thought we would be, but I didn't think one of these would get stomped that hard in game one and game two. I felt like they were okay in their last couple of weeks, so I felt we wouldn't just roll them like this. But yeah, I'm super happy with today's games. We played super well. Outside like a little bit of mistakes in game three, Blabber was running down a little bit in the early game, but outside of that, I think we played a good series.
Yeah, do you think that it's just that you guys are stomping everybody, or is it that they're just not showing up? Like was that just you guys like playing out of your minds, or is that just 100 Thieves making really weird decisions?
A little bit of both, but I think today they made a lot of, there's like forced errors and unforced errors. And I feel like today they made a lot of errors themselves, just like laning errors or getting caught errors. Like I think it was game two where somebody's playing Aatrox. He's like in our jungle at some point. He's just dying in our buff. I'm like, what the fuck? This guy's the same thing. And those kind of mistakes aren't that normal from them. And they also have this thing where when they're behind in the games, they try something crazy that might give you a comeback play, but if it doesn't work, it makes you lose faster, which I think is kind of respectable in a way because there's no point in just bleeding slowly and just losing and like losing 100%, but just slower doesn't make any sense. So I think them trying something crazy in their games eventually made them lose faster, but it's a good try, I guess, instead of just
Yeah.
like slowly losing.
Well, and you guys also got the all-pro team, all 5 of you. Did you anticipate all 5 of you getting it?
I was like 99% sure that it would be at least our mid jungle and our ball lane. I thought, some people would have like someday on the first pro team, or they would have like, I don't know, yeah, someday I guess. No one else is really that good in top lane. No, had like a good split, so I thought maybe it was gonna be him, but I think Eric didn't have as good of a split as he is, but I think him being first is fun.
Yeah.
I can see why somebody could have gotten it, but yeah, I'm happy with it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it feels nice to just see, that whole lineup. It's kind of a flashback to the G2 days, I feel like, where or the G2 split, where we just saw them get their whole lineup and just crush the split, which kind of makes me think about how disappointing it must be to not be able to potentially win spring, as you guys are the heavy favorites right now, and then immediately get to go participate in MSI. And I know I talked about this a little bit before, maybe you or one of your other teammates, but with things being as they are, who knows if MSI is going to happen this year? Does that feel really bad for you guys, or is winning spring good enough?
Um, I'd say I really hope MSI happens at some point, whether it's going to be delayed or not. I just hope it happens like in summer or something when the whole situation has calmed down a little bit. But if MSI doesn't happen, it would be disappointing. But it wouldn't make spring victory mean less to me. So I'll be happy with just a split. I don't care if MSI happens or not, but MSI is actually a huge like tournament to go to, and people shouldn't underestimate how good MSI is for a team, like how much better it makes you when you come back. Because when I was in G2 in 17, went to MSI, we came back a lot better. So any pro, even more so than North America, should never underestimate MSI's value, and therefore Spiritual's value, right? So I hope MSI doesn't get cancelled, and I hope we go there and after we win split, if we win split. So yeah, I really want to go to MSI, and even if you don't win or do well there, that's fine, because the tournament, like scrimming and playing all these games, makes you so much better. So yeah.
It's difficult sometimes to gauge how good you guys are, because obviously you're phenomenal.
Yeah.
You've had all this success, but there's not been like Team Liquid fell apart this split, right? And it's not like you guys crushed them and they got second. It's like they just were largely irrelevant during the majority of the split. So, do you feel on your end, do you guys have any idea how good you are, or because it just everybody kind of says, well, the rest of the teams just kind of suck.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's hard to say, like, I think we're this good compared to the LEC or something, but I don't think the LEC's level right now is as good as people think. I think the G2 series wasn't actually that pretty. I know it's online and stuff, so it might make the series more, like, bloody or more, I don't know, less controlled, like more almost coin flip level, but I think we will do really fine in the LEC, and we'll definitely be top 1 to 3 or something like that if we're playing right now. I mean, I watched Rogue versus Myspace today. I watched G2 versus Origin, and I don't feel like outside Fnatic that anyone is like super good in the LEC right now. But I think it's hard to compare, and we have to just wait until hopefully MSI doesn't get cancelled, and worst case it's Worlds, I suppose. So. But I think we are a step above, and for the most part, we are shadowboxing with ourselves, trying to improve while winning, because sometimes we can't tell if a matchup is good or not because opponents are losing both sides, or if our draft is actually fine, or if we're just not getting punished for it, etc. So yeah, it's a lot of shadowboxing for us, trying not to be complacent, keep up solo queue. So yeah, I think we're on our system is good right now. Our I don't know how to say it. The way we practice is good. The way we operate as a team and work is really good. So I feel super confident in this team.
What do you think will happen? Because we have 2 matches that are happening on Tuesday and Wednesday. What do you think will happen in those games?
I mean, if one of the teams go home, they take a day, they watch the games, they discuss the games, the drafts, everything, and they realize what's going on in those games and what went wrong, I think they can put up a fight against TSM. But if they don't play better on this, they'll get 3-0. Not the same way as they did today, but they'll get 3-0. Because I think TSM plays a lot better than one of these played today, despite being 5th versus 3rd, right? I think one of these have to really learn from their games, maybe scrim one day on Monday or something, and then really redefine the draft, because today's drafts weren't very good. I don't like Cogmo, Brown, second phase. I don't like it. Their first position draft both sides every game, no matter what. It felt like they can do better than that. So unless they improve and pick up something from these games, they will get 3-0. Not in the same fashion by TSM, but they'll also still lose 3-0, 3-1. So
do you have a prediction for EG FlyQuest? Or sorry, FlyQuest Golden Guardians?
GGS and scrims are kind of crazy. They always win really hard or lose really hard. In our scrims, it's always lose really hard because we're insane scrims as well.
Yeah.
But they are explosive, and they have Golden Guardians, without saying too much, have some champions they're really, really good at. I mean, they get those champions, they look super good. But if FlyQuest do their homework and they headshot them in draft with the right bans and right picks, I think FlyQuest can win, because they're good at stalling the games, and Golden Guardians aren't as good of a late game team, I think, compared to FlyQuest. So yeah, I think if Fly can ban right champions, pick right champions, try to shy away a little bit from the same picks every single game, and they're only late game champions, then I think FlyQuest will win. Golden Guardians have this like, they're annoying players because they're really explosive early game, and they're like really heavy, like win hard or lose hard kind of team. And FlyQuest is more of a, we just want to be equal the whole game and then win late game. That's their style, right? So.
Yeah. So it almost kind of depends on what you see out of Golden Guardians. It sounds like.
Yeah, it's more of a defense versus offense kind of game where it's just about the first 10 to 15 minutes will probably define most of the game in all three series. So I think draft is going to be important. The ban phase especially going to be important because Golden Guardians are, in my opinion, more limited in a way. So yeah.
How do you think the next match for you guys is going to go?
I think EG showed good things. Like they had a lot of moments where they were really explosive, decisive. Their game forward, they were super far ahead early game, but then they kind of threw it away a little bit. They weren't like super clean with their games. They weren't showing up as well as I thought they would. But I think they're similar to Golden Guardians that they have some champions they're really good at, and they're really good at those champions when they actually have them. But we've scrimmed them, and I think we do well against them as a team. I don't think they can stop us. I think if anyone stops us right now, it's probably like TSM in the finals. If they have gotten together right now, if they've like really found everything finally clicked right for TSM, and they're now arrived as the best they can be, they can put up a fight. Otherwise, I feel confident in this playoffs.
Is that your preference to face TSM?
No, I don't have preference right now, but yeah, I really don't care who I face. There's no preference. There's no.
It wouldn't. I know this is gonna sound like I'm just baiting you out to talk about your former team, but it is like crazy to me that you're like playing 100 Thieves and TSM. It would be the same thing in the finals, right? Like, one of those teams you know much more than the other team.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, given today's series, I wouldn't mind if one of Thieves just beat TSM because then I'm playing one of Thieves or like Golden Guardians or Blacklist, and I think those teams can't beat us. I just don't think so. I think what's actually gonna happen is that either TSM lose the first round, or they go in the finals. Or it's like a banger EG versus TSM in the last match before the finals of lower bracket, aka the Gulag, as we call it here. So, yeah, I think, like I said, many times already, TSM clicks and goes to finals, or they don't, and they lose first round to one of Thieves. And even if one of Thieves wins, they will lose to EG if they make it that far. And whoever plays against EG will probably lose that series. So it doesn't matter who wins Flag, GG, and TSM 100. So yeah.
Gotcha. Do you like the new playoffs format?
I like that there's a lower bracket format. That's kind of nice. But I feel like it's weird that the team that was first place don't get as much of a reward, so to speak, right? I don't feel like us being first place gave us any kind of like advantage. Whereas before, you got the longest time to prepare compared to everyone else. You got to see one best of 5 from your opponents, and you got to choose as well, right? So you had like a huge advantage over your opponents in the old format. But I like that there's a low bracket because it makes it like so that the best teams are always in the final every time. Beforehand, some teams in playoffs were like just unlucky; they were in the seed of the Cloud9, right? So yeah, happy with the format now.
Trying to think if there's anything else. So Valorant comes out in closed beta on Tuesday. I'm curious, is this a temptation for C9? Because in the past, C9's been known as the like World of Warcraft team, where right before Worlds hits, everybody starts playing WoW. But are you guys avoiding it? And are you not allowed to install it on your computers?
I mean, I don't care. I'm not gonna play it myself, and I don't mind if everyone else plays it once playoffs is over. Like that's fine. Once we go on vacation, assuming besides it's not being played right away, that's fine. But I don't like other games that are like committed games. You can play like a round of something or play a QTM game. That's fine. But don't play WoW or something that requires a lot of time, commitment, and some game that you think about all the time, like this build and this new champion and character. Like, don't go there. That's bad for you. That makes you like forget League. But having QTM games or like break games, that's fine. Just I don't like games in playoffs because I have experiences with players in the past who would play like WoW and TSM 18, and I didn't like it. And just stay with me in playoffs, win playoffs, then it's all yours. Do whatever you want for a week before MSI starts, or if you have vacation, then by all means, play WoW the whole day, every day, no problem. So I think there's no issue for us as a team. I think everyone has enough discipline to not, go full Valorant mode. So yeah, it's just nice for us because other teams will be slacking playing Valorant.
Are you gonna yell at anybody if you see it loaded up on their computer? You're gonna come by and unplug their computer?
No, I'm not gonna yell at them. But if we are in playoffs, I do want to see, not Valorant the whole day.
Yeah.
So.
So,
Like rapid star.
yeah, looks like we're starting to maybe wrap up on time. So why don't you say anything you want to any of the fans out there?
Well, I mean, so far the split fans have been amazing to us. It's been so nice playing for everyone so far. I've had almost nothing but positive people, on my Twitter feed and so on, and my streams. So thank you guys, and yeah, I mean, I feel so I don't know happy and blessed right now. So thank you all for cheering for us and me and my team. It feels super good, and hopefully we can reward you with a title of LCS.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for the interview, and congratulations on the win today. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for watching that video. Very unique times that we find ourselves in. Want to give a shout out to my sponsor, Movement. They're based out of Los Angeles, a local business. They actually sent me this collector's watch that they did a limited run on recently. But you can actually save some money by using the link below if you want to grab something from their website. Stuff is really helpful for me. It's helpful for them. I know it's kind of a weird time for all of us, but doing that type of stuff, helping support my sponsors helps me out, even as, perhaps the things that I can offer them aren't interviews from live, giant, filled audience, packed arenas, and instead it's like this type of stuff. That kind of thing really does help me. So feel free to check them out. Even if you just click the link below, it helps me as they see that people are headed over there. So please check them out. Thank you again to Alienware as always, and stay tuned for more content as I make it here at home.